Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to yet another video on TryHackMe Advent of Cyber 2024 challenge. Today is day 6 and we have a challenge called "If I can't find a nice malware to use, I'm not going." So I haven't actually done this challenge as always. I just read through all of the text and I'm gonna do my best explaining to you guys everything that is being presented in this challenge, and we're gonna be doing all of these flags together because I haven't done this yet. So yeah. So first of all, we have to start our machine by clicking on this green button, Start Machine, and it will open for us a attack box, but I'm actually not going to be using it because if I use it, my cursor is disappearing in some weird way. So I'm just going to connect with RDP and I'm going to show you how to do that. So let's wait for the machine to launch. It's going to take about 120 seconds. So let me give you some context about this challenge. So Mayor Malware is trying to create a malware and spread around. But he wants his malware to be undetectable, and his ultimate goal is to bypass any virtual environment, and for his malware to not be able to be ran on any virtual environment and be tested against. So basically, we are gonna be creating a Yara rule. And what a Yara rule is, so Yara rule is a file or basically a set of strings that are detecting malware by their behavior. So you will see later on when we will be doing all of these challenges that we will be creating a Yara rule like here. And then with that Yara rule, we will be filtering for the malware and we will be seeing what it is doing. So yeah, I see that my machine has already launched. So let me copy this IP address and then go to my terminal. I have already connected to the TryHackMe VPN. You can download the VPN file by going to tryhackme.com/access. And when you go there, you can just click on download configuration file and you connect with sudo open VPN and your configuration file here. So I have already connected to my VPN, and to connect to the RDP, I'm gonna use X3 RDP. It should be already installed in your installation. I'm not going to cover how to install it. Just type in X3 RDP/v to specify the IP address, then /u to specify the username, which is going to be administrator, and /p to specify the password, which is this TryHackMe string, and then click on enter. When you're prompted to trust the certificate, press yes, and RDP window will open for you with our Flare VM windows. All right, so first of all, Mayor Malware created this basically bypass for virtual environments, and it is checking for this for current version, and if the current version matches a malware, malware, it matches a virtual environment, it's not going to execute. So like we see in the C example, if you understand C well, I suggest you reading through it. You should be able to understand it easily. It is pretty simple code. For those who don't understand basically what it's doing, the most important part from this C code is that it is checking for current version. And I think there's somewhere, or maybe not, I thought that there was somewhere typed what this code is doing, but it is checking for that current version. So it is asking, can Yara do it? Can Yara basically scan the process and find everything that it is doing? And maybe Yara can bypass the virtual environment detection. So let's do just that and execute the script that TryHackMe has created for us, which is jinglebells.ps1. So let's go to our RDP, and I believe if we go to our PowerShell, it should be under C:\tools. So let's navigate to that folder, C. Let me just make it a little bit bigger. All right, I've made it a little bit bigger. So now let's navigate to the folder. So C:\tools. Now we are in the tools directory and we have this jinglebells.ps1. And TryHackMe says that this jinglebells.ps1 is listening for events. And let's run this jinglebells.ps1 script. So /jinglebellsps1 to execute it. We get some errors, it's fine. And it is listening for events, monitoring sysmon events as we can see here. And now we have to run the malware, which is going to be located under C:\tools malware. So basically what we are doing now is we are running this malware, and this jinglebells.ps1 script is detecting everything that is being executed by the malware, and it will create a Yara rule for us. So let's run merrychristmas.exe, which is a malware created by Mayor malware. So nothing is happening yet, but our script is detecting new behavior from that malware, and we actually have a first flag. Malicious command detected, TryHackMe glitch was here. So we have successfully done the first challenge, so we can complete it by going down. And what is the flag displayed in the pop-up window after the EDR detects the malware? So TryHackMe, glitch was here. Glitch was here. All right, so we have the first flag. And now we have Yara rules created for us. We can exit this event monitor, right? I think it's what we're calling it. And the Mayor malware has created a new version of his malware for us. And now it's a little bit more evasive by having the script encoded. And we can see what it is doing. Here we can actually just copy this encoded command. And let's see, did I copy everything? Let's see. I need to copy this equals as well. Not necessarily, but I will. And let's go to, I will just decode it in my Linux. So echo-n, paste in the base64 encoded string, base64-d, and then I will add an echo to add a line break here. And we can see that the command is get item property path, and it is doing the same thing, just encoded. So it's a little bit evasive. It's fine for us because we are gonna be using a tool called Floss. So Floss is a tool which finds any hard-coded variables which are defined in the malware or executable. So let's run the Floss executable and see what hard-coded variables are there in the in our malware. So let's go back to the free RDP. I'm just going to clear the screen with Control-L, and then let's go to the floss folder. So cd floss, and we have floss.txt. So to run it, you can just /floss.txt. Then we specify the malware. So C:\tools malware, and then merrychristmas.txt. And then we will type in this pipe to execute another argument after the command. And we are going to specify the out file to output our all of the hard-coded strings from this executable to a file called, I'm gonna call it /Merry Christmas strings.txt, right? And now the flaws tool is going to run and examine the process, and after that we can find the flag that we need for the last challenge. But that is not going to be it, because I'm gonna show you something else that is being shown here, which is how we can look through the Yara created rule, and we can examine it in sysmonlogs. Let's now take a look at this out file from our malware and see if there is anything interesting for us. So it's not finished just yet running. So what it is doing now, it's extracting, as I said, variables hard-coded in the executable. And it's working pretty similar to strings command in Linux. So if I go to my Linux, and I can showcase it to you, if I go to any directory, for example, /bin, where are binaries stored in Linux, I can see a lot of binaries here. If I pick any binary, for example, let's see, what can I pick here? Let's just pick anything, so poetry, right? So if I go ahead and type in strings and then poetry, we can see every hard-coded string that has been stored in this poetry file. And I believe it's just a Python 3 file, so it's not really a good showcase, because it's not like an executable that is that's not decompiled. That's what I wanted to say. So let's take this grep command, because I think it is compiled. And yeah, we can see that there are some strings that we can extract from it without decompiling the process. And that is what our flaws tool is doing. So let's see, why is it taking so long? I don't think it is supposed to take this long. All right, it should be done in a second. Rendering the results, that's good. If I type in dir, we have Merry Christmas strings.txt. So if I go ahead and type this file, we can see every single string that has been stored in the executable. I will just Control-C to stop executing it, and I'm going to search for the flag, which format is THM, and then so let's type Merry Christmas. Then I will add this pipe to add some arguments after the txt, after typing the file, and then find the string, I believe, and then thm, find string. I actually forgot what is the flag. Let's see. Find string in PowerShell. Find str. No, I don't think it's the select string. Maybe select string thm. Right. And now we have the second flag, thm hidden clue. But let's not stop here, and let's investigate a bit further. So if I go ahead and go back to my tools directory, the tool that we ran earlier, which was what was its name? Jingle Bells. Yeah. So Jingle Bells has created for us a file, which is a temporary file. Where was it? I believe in Yara rules. Nope. I've forgotten where did we store it. Maybe Yara matches.txt, right? because Jingle Bells is probably set up in a way that it stores everything in yaramatches.txt. We can check it out actually. What is Jingle Bells doing? Type the file. Get content of /jingle bells. Let's see. We can select dash string yara. Yep, it stores log file path yara matches.txt. So let's type out this file. So get dash content of this yara matches, and we can see event record ID. So we can copy this event record ID and review it in sysmon, and we can see its log. So if I go to event viewer, then go under applications and services logs. Let's wait for it to load. It's going to take about 20 seconds or maybe less. Then Microsoft, Windows, and then scroll down until you find sysmon. Let's see, sysmon somewhere here. Yep, sysmon. And then expand this and then operational. And we have a lot of events here, but we are going to filter for this specific event, which is 127,912. So filter current log, and then let's see, XML. Let's clear this XML, which we have here. I believe TryHackMe has given for us an XML. Yep. Query ID, select path. Let me just copy it and paste it to the XML. It's easier. And we are going to have to replace. Why is it not copying for me? Come on. All right, I'm just going to type it myself out. Let's just make it. Oh, I have to edit the query. Yes. So I can just now paste it here and then insert the ID of the event. Let me just copy it again from the PowerShell. Copy, paste, and make sure there are no spaces, and then click on OK. And we have only one information about the malware being ran. So if I click on it, and then I make it a little bit bigger, hopefully, we can see every single argument that was ran. We can see the MD5 hash of the file, SHA-256, and we can see things like parent process ID, parent image, and which is interesting for us from this is parent user, because we can see that malware was run by a specific user with specific access, so we can determine how it was run, and if the malware was run with an user that didn't exist in the machine before, we can assume that it was run via like a external service maybe, or something similar like that, and that the malware created the user itself and ran it to maybe evade detection. So yeah, that's all I wanted to show for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. And I'm just going to complete this challenge. And thank you and goodbye.